keep things going here at the Livestream Lounge, BevNet Live Winter 2016 in Santa Monica. I'm Martin Caballero, senior reporter, and we're about to bring on Billy Bosch, CEO of Iconic Protein.
Billy?
Hey,
good
how
to
are
see
you?
you.
Good to see you. So, obviously, protein is something that we're seeing all over the place. I see we got the...
I've got the prop here.
You got
Gotta
the props
have it.
right there?
Gotta have the prop, the product plug.
Well, I guess we should start there. Tell us a little bit about that. It looks like it's got 20 grams of protein.
Yes, so 20 grams of protein. The goal for me was really to kind of solve a problem, and the problem was, going out as a consumer on the road a lot, not being able to find a clean label protein drink that was low sugar and actually tasted good. Right. That one of the big challenges with protein is the taste profile. It's chalky. I mean, you've seen the ads. Everybody has the issue with it. But a lot of people aren't sourcing that cleaner label, better ingredient. And then, a lot of people try to mask it with a high sugar count. So our approach was to go, high protein, low sugar. The brand promise is really better ingredients, better taste, right? And convenient nutrition, right?
So you first came to BevNet Live, I think, I don't know, 4 or so years ago.
Yeah.
Were a participant in one of the early showdowns. I guess thank you for that. It was a work in progress. But I guess where I was going with that is that your product has evolved quite a bit. And I think that's something that, just kind of curious to kind of hear a little bit about that and kind of where it's at. I think that's something that's always important for
Right.
other startup entrepreneurs to understand, everyone kind of goes through that, right?
It is, it's one of those things where it's intimidating to get out and have your idea and kind of put it out in front of a lot of people and just like accept whatever criticism comes your way. But I found that to be really helpful, and that was like really the first of a series of kind of pitch competitions that I entered. And what I found was that it was like great market research. You go out and you're doing it on a budget anyway, so you go out and you get this feedback from people, and I found it really helpful. And so we started with a really kind of a different product and a different package, and where the brand has evolved over the last 5 years has put us into a different package, and I feel like it's put us in a position where we can really accelerate growth of the brand in a different way. Where we started in kind of like a maybe meal replacement, maybe something else, and we've really kind of solidified the positioning into drinkable snacking, which is much more of a light breakfast, snack during the day. Also potentially post-workout, which most protein drinks we find are like stuck in that niche of like, oh, it's a workout drink or it's a diet drink, versus like people are looking for lifestyle beverages. You guys talk about it all the time, right? Yep. So that's where we're seeing success is finding consumers that come to us that don't typically buy protein drinks.
So kind of staying away from the core that, say, Muscle Milk or those other guys are going after.
Right. We
fishing somewhere else.
Totally. Yeah, we're fishing somewhere else. Our consumer, they're kombucha consumers, they're coconut water consumers, and they're looking for low sugar. They're looking for functional, but they're also looking for taste and clean ingredients. And they're not going to walk around with what I'll call kind of a more workout-oriented brand. They just can't really identify with that for a variety of reasons.
Well, I mean, that seems to be a target demographic that a lot of people are going after and trying to fill that niche. So how do you do that? How do you target and sort of explain that message to that audience in an effective way?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's challenging. That's part of the fun. The really fun part about starting a brand is to figure out like where the brand is resonating. And for me, as a guy, I'm like, all right, this is perfect for me. But what we found in kind of putting the product out there is the majority of the consumer base is actually female. So the females have come out and said like, hey, there's no brand I can really identify with that tastes good, that's high protein, that's not called Muscle Milk or something kind of like that, right? So they say, hey, I can pick up Iconic, I can take it with me to work, I can drink it during the day, I can drink it after a workout. So it's figuring out who that is and then figuring out where they are, right? So we do a lot of brand partnership, partnerships with like places like Lululemon or Spin Studios or different, fitness influencers in the community, I'll call it. And that's kind of a good baseline to get the brand message out. And then it translates into more of the mainstream consumers from there, right?
Great. And real quick, it's a plant-based protein? Or?
So it's actually a milk protein that we
milk
use.
Protein.
We source it from New Zealand, so it's all grass-fed cows. Yeah.
Very cool.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, definitely best of luck in the future. Thanks for coming by and seeing us at the lounge here, and hope you enjoy the rest of BevNet Live.
Thanks so much. Appreciate the time.
Thanks, Billy.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.